Hi everyone, hope everyone has been blessed and highly favored. Thank you for tuning in to my Infertility Journal entry number 2. My voice sounds a little raspy because yesterday I had 3 gynecological procedures done. And you know when you stick the tube down your throat to assist with breathing, it kind of scratched me up bad this time. So I apologize if you can't hear me that well. I forgot what the exact names of the procedures were, but basically one was like for exploratory purposes. He went down there, I should say, to explore, my whole reproductive, system. He looked in the uterus, he looked through the tubes, he looked everywhere. And if you saw my last video, I was diagnosed with hydrosalpinges. Basically, both of my tubes were completely and totally blocked. I winded up switching doctors. And this doctor, he checked the uterus, he checked everything. He said everything was A-OK perfectly. He did have to tie off my left tube, but he was able to completely and totally unblock my right tube. So I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys just don't know how, wow, I'm just like, thank you, Lord. I'm just so thankful, so thankful. So, again, my right tube is completely and totally unblocked. He said all I need to conceive is, 1 tube. So I'm just hoping and praying that, it won't be long now. So he, like I said, he had to tie off the left tube. Everything else was completely and totally fine. There were no uterine abnormalities. Everything was A-OK, no polyps, no anything. So I am ready to go. So my husband's like, hey, doc, do we still have to do the IVF cycle? He's like, actually, if you want to, you can start trying to conceive naturally. You can also go ahead and do an IUI cycle. So I'm like so excited to have so many different options. I'm like, oh, thank you, Lord. Now, the surgery itself wasn't bad. I've got incisions, like 1 in my belly button and 2 in my lower abdomen, like on the hair bone line, if that makes any sense. And it's a little sore. My stomach is out there right now, and I do feel a little bloated. When I first got home, it was almost impossible to urinate. It was I felt like, now I've been constipated before, but I've never been to the point that I had to urinate and couldn't urinate before, and that was a miserable feeling. So the hospital called, and they're like, if you're not able to urinate and after 8 hours, you're going to need to come back. And I'm like, man, that's like a 2-hour drive. And I don't know what happened, but it was like, whoop, Niagara Falls. And after last night, after the 3rd time last night, then everything just resumed back to normal. And I'm like, A-OK. Everything is perfect. I'm just smiling so hard at the fact that that right tube is completely and totally unblocked. I'm just like, Lord, I thank you, So, I have a follow-up appointment in 2 weeks from today. So we're going to go ahead and discuss what we want to do, what steps we want to take next. So I'm very, very excited. I'm on light duty today, but, I wanted to go to the mailbox. This was nothing to do with the video. This is something else. But anyway, I wanted to go to the mailbox so bad, and every move I make, my husband's like, sit down. Nope, you can't do that, can't do that. He ran to Subway to go get me some potato soup, so I decided I was going to sneak and record this video. In our mailbox was, of course I had to use my patient belongings bag to put this stuff in there. But I got my Shea Essentials 3 pounds of shea butter in the mail today, so I was like, whoop, whoop. Okay, and then I also got my 8 ounces of pure mango butter from Shea Essentials. Then I also got my 8 ounces of pure aloe butter. Now, because I got these items, of course I had to go ahead and make something. So I made my shea butter mix. I have some white shea butter in my basement. So I went ahead and mixed the white shea butter with the yellow shea butter and my raw cocoa, what is it called? Cocoa butter, and my essential oils and whatever, and this is what I came up with, and I love it. I know, I'm sorry, this has nothing to do with the video, But I had to do it. I just had to. I couldn't order that, receive it, and not make anything. Then, of course, I turned around and made some lip balm. Anyway, I'm sorry, guys. You know I had to throw that in there. This is what I've been doing to kind of keep myself busy with my infertility journey. So I will update you guys and let you guys know what we're doing next as soon as we find out, of course. And I hope everyone has had a blessed and happy new year so far. You know I have. Anyway, be blessed.